Hey guys, welcome back to more Stardew Valley Road to Riches with Jojo. So I feel like by now you should know the routine. We're basically just doing whatever sounds fun or whatever needs to be done. And honestly, we've kind of reached the point where we don't have a whole lot left that needs to be done. It's mostly just a matter of waiting for all of our things to be ready to go. Still have my keybinds backwards. That's probably going to be a thing for a while. Alright, say hi to the kiddo. Our last round of crystallariums. Prismatic shard. Espresso, please. Honestly, I could probably stop gathering the iridium because we don't really need it. Are you going to enter the fishing contest tomorrow? You know what? I sure will. We've kind of, like, stopped going to festivals because we had too much other things to do. But I think we can actually get back into going to festivals again. You're such a good neighbor. I thought I'd send over some animal feed to make your job easier. Keep it up. Marnie, thank you. Oh, wait, somebody else said something? Oh, yeah, Festival of Ice tomorrow. Awesome sauce. Also, it's Sunday. I could probably stop trading in the jade. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stop trading in the jade for right now. And essentially what we're gonna do is... I'll still collect the jade and put it in a chest, but we're not going to worry about turning it into staircases just yet, because I still have the idea of doing a massive dive into Skull Cavern, seeing how deep we can get in a day. For that, I will probably go ahead and make, like, a desert totem or something, so we could go straight to the desert as soon as we get up. Try and get as much time as we physically can out of it. But that's still a little ways off, because I kind of want to do that as like a... I don't know, a special thing, I guess, after we get to the 1 billion mark. Which I really don't think will take that long, because we've already reached the 20 billion mark. It took us forever to reach 20 million. It took us forever to reach just 10 million last time. And we're already back up to 20, well, technically 120 million, but did I... Okay, this one didn't get harvested. Okay. Grab that one. Thank you. Hand-eye coordination is worse than usual today, so bear with me. Okay. Get these guys all taken care of. You know, I had contemplated spending this stream lighting up the valley, or trying to light up the valley, with whatever free time we have in between crystallariums and kegs. But I just realized something. Our farm itself is not lit up. So I probably need to get around to actually putting the lamps back down. It's like, we've got everything in place, which means we could go through the effort of actually decorating the farm. Like, I've got a bunch of statues that need to go back out. We need to determine a permanent location for our mini obelisks. Oh, and I had aired the thought of doing a line of trees beside the mushroom cave walkway, right? So I could probably get those lined out. I don't know if we have all of the seeds, because it's been so long since we've had to deal with any of them except for like the oak trees, because we did plant some of those over in the desert, and I'm pretty sure we planted all of our oak tree seeds. Alright, refill our espresso real quick. Okay, one more to go. And that should be all of our crystallariums fully filled up. The only thing that's left is obviously we need a jukebox in here, and this shed will be completed. I was contemplating putting the windows back in, because some of our sheds still have windows from whenever we were using them as a, like, makeshift greenhouse. Don't know if we're going to get around to doing that. Check on these guys real quick. Oh, excuse me. The bedroom has just pretty much become the cat's domain. So I think this guy, Tarmart, it might not be ready this week, but maybe next week that guy will be ready to go. I had wheat in my inventory. Where did it go? I'm very confused now, but that's fine. I spend most of my time confused. So no big deal there. Uh-oh, Tarkus is in trouble. There is no telling what he did, because that doggo has been non-stop doing shit today. He'll mellow out as he gets older. He's just got too much of the puppy energy going. Let's see. Yeah, she doesn't have anything I want, but it never hurts to double check, because, you know, sometimes the traveling merchant will be selling things also. Mandatory. You have to pet the pig when you come see the traveling merchant. Also, I'm pretty sure I saw on somebody else's stream that chat was confused as to whether or not that was a pig or a hippo. The merchant very clearly calls it a pig, so it's one of the dialogue options you can get from her whenever you first enter their shop. I still need to figure out something to do in here, too. Because, like, these trees are no longer what I want. You know, maybe that's what I do today, is finally sit down and figure out a new way to use our greenhouse. I was looking for a new place to put our seed makers at. That might be what we do. Hold on. Getting stuck on everything because I was trying to stop eating my mic. It's way too, like, flexible, so every time I set my headphones down, it moves them. Or it moves the mic. Actually, do we have the stuff to make... Because we need more deluxe retaining soil. We're going to be capped by the amount of clay we have. That's fine. 52 of those. We can go ahead and go plant those, as a matter of fact. And then by the time we come back, it should be dark. Which means we can go ahead and start lighting up the thing. The farm. That's what it's called. Also, I'm going to keep the fishing rod on me so we can enter the fishing contest tomorrow. I don't know if it's 100% necessary, but we're gonna have the fishing rod on us just in case. Chances are I'll find things to... or find chances to go fishing anyways. Because like I said, we're kind of at the point where we're just, you know, keeping busy. Trying to do the last little bits of tedious things that need done. And once that's completely taken care of, well, not where I was trying to go, but I gotta remember those guys are in there. Also, we only have 5 pineapple seeds. That's not good. Hold on. Do I have any more here? Seeds. Organize. No, but I could put some of these regrow seeds to use and go ahead and get them, like, out of my way. Because we really don't need... Hold on. That might be what I do. Some of the regrowing stuff, I'll go ahead and just move. I'm gonna go ahead and move the cactus seeds over to the island as well. I think everything else... Yeah, everything else is things you have to replant, so we're not worried with those. And there's nothing in here that we need, so... To the island. We will get around to putting... Yeah, I've got to find a new place to put this, because if I have to travel through my little animal farm every single time, that's going to get really, really annoying. We could move it to right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to break that flooring off just as a reminder to myself. We'll see if I actually remember. I don't have my watering can on me. Shoot. Okay, well, you know what? I've wasted enough time as it is. We can do this later. It's not that big a deal. We have literally all week. So I'm just going to leave this stuff here. Because I kind of have to have my watering can on me. Okay. Back home we go. After I drink some espresso, because I'm not walking around slowly. Hey, Max! How's your weekend going? Let's do... where do I want to put these guys? Maybe on the inner corners of these farm plots. For at least that section. Because I really don't want to hang up my walkways if I don't have to. Also, I didn't forget, even though it was only a few seconds. I'm honestly kind of surprised I didn't forget that I was going to move this. Oh, wait. You down here. That's the farthest over I can go. Cool beans. Alright, that's probably fine. Ooh, I love rainy weekends. Honestly, just love the rain. Not storms, but I love the rain. Okay, we're gonna put this guy right there. We'll put another one up here by Grandpa's shrine. Put those guys there. I don't know about the rest of the space just because the torches do block our movement, so we might have to implement the like actual torches. It would probably help if I was calling these lampposts instead of torches, because that's what they are. Now, let's see, do I have any more left over from recycling? See, stuff like that is the reason why I love fall and winter. It's just like perfect weather for curling up under a blanket and playing games. Or watching TV, or really just anything. I always love an excuse to curl up under a blanket. Okay, so what we're gonna do... because I only have so many of these, I've got to kind of pay attention to my light levels. Okay, there's definitely some spaces that could be improved. I'm trying to do this without having to make more torches. Which wouldn't be the end of the world if I had to do it, but... you know, if I don't have to, I'm not going to. Do I already have a torch there or something? I must, but it doesn't look like there's one there. Hey, Wolf. How's your weekend going? Okay. Let's see. Might be a little overkill having these right beside each other, but all the other ones, aw, shoot, that's the cat's bowl, so I can't put it right there. That's a shame. That's the only one that breaks the pattern. All the other ones I've got it in the corner anyway, so kind of wanted to keep it the same all the way through. Alright, we can finish that tomorrow night. Actually, I was late. I was 30 minutes late today. We ended up having to go to the store, so got home late. Okay. So we've got the ice fishing festival today, so I think we're actually going to go to that one. Apparently, okay, so last year my dad and stepmom had a, one of those inflatable cat decorations. This one, like, moved its head side to side. Absolutely terrified my niece. What they have now, on second look, is just a, like, ghoul or Grim Reaper looking thing that they have hanging up from a wire. But on first glance, not expecting it, coming around the side of their house on our way out the driveway. Scared the absolute Jesus out of me. It was literally a sleep paralysis demon for a second. And I was like, why did they amp it up? Like, what? But no, on second look, it was just, like, a lot more tame than it looked on first glance. Hey, old man. It's spooky season, so Blackie's living his best life right now. It's spooky cat season. Are you ready? Are you practicing? Yeah? He's practicing spooky cat stance. Okay, we already said hi to Makino. I hope so. I hope you're going out, Shane. We've got the festival today. Oh, dude, nice. We honestly haven't played in a long time. To be fair, the last campaign was supposed to be, my job, and I, fixated on it until it was time to actually do it, so we never ended up doing it. Alright. Do we have any little things that need to be taken care of before the festival? Because the festival doesn't start till 9. The only thing I can think of is gathering up our quest for the week. Like, the sad thing is, I've still got, like, all of my notes and all that good stuff, like, on top of my dresser, ready to go, pretty much. There was, like, some last-minute little odds and ends that I needed to finish up, but just never got done with it. Never got around to it. Extended family, we've already done. Hungry challenge. This is the same setup he had last week. Ah, dang, dude. They didn't break your campaign. You have to look at it like they're testing your creativity, your ability to improvise. Mine's literally was just the stock standard. Yeah, we're not doing any of Mr. Key's stuff because we just did that one. I don't feel like doing it again. But, mine's literally just like the stock standard from the Pathfinder beginner book, plus 2 other campaigns that go along with it. Or, they don't technically go along with it. One of them is one that goes along with it. The other one just takes place in the same location, so I was like, it's a trilogy now. But I never got around to tying in the loose ends and trying to, like, lay the lore in. So, it's on hiatus until... Or it's just, like, on the back burner until I can get the motivation to actually start cracking open the books again. We'll do Robins, because we'll probably need stone at some point anyways. Why not? Never know. Alright, we've got the fishing festival, or the ice festival. Festival of Ice. Is that what it's called? I think so. I don't know. It's been so long. Festival of Ice. Okay, cool. Why did we come up from here? Okay, cool. See, we didn't quite do that with one of Drew's campaigns. There was a side character that wasn't meant to even have a name. He just kind of threw one together, like, last minute. And ended up becoming a part of our guild. Because we wouldn't let it go. Let's see. I'm entering the ice fishing competition today. Why not? That's a good attitude to have, Elliot. You have anything else to say? It's rare that Willie ever loses, though. I mean, he is a professional fisherman. He should be sidebarred on this. Oh, ice. A beautiful material to sculpt in, but so impermanent. But I guess that might make the art even better. I'm sorry, but carving ice parapets requires my undivided attention. Shane? If it was up to me, I'd probably have a pizza festival at the saloon instead. just go build a snowman with our kids, Shane. I wish we had the ability to, like, interact with our kids more than just saying hi to them. I mean, you've got to roll with it. Like, there are some instances where you've got to, like, kind of rein players in. But when they're coming up with stuff and you're just like, oh shit, that sounds amazing, you just gotta go with it. Because, I mean, yeah, you might have to rework your stuff, but that's gonna be a campaign you're gonna be talking about for a while. Let's see, did I ever tell you how George and I first met? He actually pelted me with a snowball in this very festival. He was a gentleman back then and came over to see if I was okay. Wife dragged me out into the cold for this. You can't trick me, George. I know you're a big softy. I like winter. It's peaceful. I honestly like Kent's dialogue in all the festivals. He's just chilling there. Except for the flower festival. Dude's not having a good time then. Let's see. The forest looks beautiful in winter, doesn't it? I think most things look beautiful in winter. How's winter coming along for you, Jojo? I mean, I've got millions and millions and millions of dollars coming in from machines that pump out diamonds. And I'm also making a bunch of wine. So pretty good. Cold? Nah, I never get cold. You're the only one wearing a hoodie, my dude. Hey Jojo, are you gonna enter the ice fishing competition? You have anything else to say? Oh, not me. I don't know how to fish. I saw a big fish down there. I haven't forgotten these people over there. I'll go over in a second and get them. Extreme temperatures can put your body under a lot of stress, so make sure to bundle up. Oh, and enjoy the festival. Dude, that is awesome, to be fair. Sorry there's no food. Just wait until the Festival of the Winter Star. You'll be stuffed for days. I feel bad for all the poor cold animals out there. I know, Marnie. Speaking of poor cold things... This is the party I want to hang out at. Igloo Buildings and art I picked up from the tundra dwellers who live beyond the frozen sea. That was many years ago. An igloo makes a nice home, but it's easier to just stay in my tent year-round. You could make an igloo twice as warm if you stuffed feathers in the walls. Also, Rasmodius, hanging out beside his front door, but we can't go talk to him. I'm fairly sure you could clip through and go find out what his dialogue is. There's probably videos already on YouTube. Honestly, I've probably seen them myself and I just don't remember. Let's see. Hey Jojo, you ready for some ice fishing? Yes, and I'll do my best. That's the spirit. You know what? I probably should have worn a jacket. You and everybody else, Demetrius. Pam's out here like a trooper, just short sleeves, not a care in the world. Let's see. I'll see, then that's not stealing. You got it fair and square. It's not their fault they didn't like, double check the very important item they were just handing over. Or double check the identity of the person they were handing over a very important item to. Let's see, snowmen are okay, I guess, but mostly I'm looking forward to the spring. I guess winter isn't all bad. Playing in the snow can be fun. The snow is so cold I can't feel my fingers anymore. What do you think of my snow goon? I mean, kind of looks like your dad. Wow, this snowman needs a makeover. Who made this? She looks so distressed by it, too. Emily started helping me without any provocation. Does that mean something? No, Clint, it does not, dear. I plan on winning the ice fishing competition. Wait. Okay, so it looks like she's wearing, like, a windbreaker from her art. But her sprite looks like she's wearing a tank top. So which is it? No problem, my dude. Part of the reason I was late is I was eating half of my dinner. I'll get the other half later. Because while we were in town going to the store, we went ahead and picked something up on the way back. And I basically just ate half of it while I was putting groceries away. I say groceries, we didn't get anything of substance. It was like little odds and ends stuff that we kind of forgot to get in the last grocery shopping. Let's see. Willie's gonna be pretty hard to beat, though. He does this kind of stuff day and night. See, I'm still confused. Like, is she wearing a windbreaker or is she wearing a tank top? I feel like the windbreaker fits her better than the tank top does. But I can't tell. Anyways. What kind of snowman should we make? Okay, our options are snowmen are boring, think outside the box. Something funky, icicle antennas, pinecone eyes. Or a classic one, carrot nose, top hat, scarf. We're gonna go for the classic one because that's what Jazz wants. I guess maybe it's best to stick with the classics, huh? I want to give him a carrot nose. Ah, I got you, I got you. But I mean, technically that's just what they did. Their characters, though, just straight up handed it over. See, that's the kind of stuff that I love talking about, like, after the fact, after we've had a campaign. It's just, like, from the perspective of the characters, what actually happened to them. Because, like, I'm over here rolling my best, but I can't help if I'm getting nat ones. I know something suspicious is going on, but my character's just like, yeah, this sounds right. Yeah, that checks out. Uh-huh. And it's just like, no. Let's see. I'm not very creative when it comes to snowmen. That's okay. Sometimes it's good to just, you know, not be creative with things. Give your brain a break. Alright, I think we've talked to everyone except for Lewis and, of course, my favorite pig. Let's see, does she have anything good? Not really. Alright. Guess there's no hope for, or nothing left to do except, start the fishing competition. Ooh. Almost a full party wipeout. Jeez, dude. Welcome to the Festival of Ice. Do you have anything else to say? The highlight of today's festival is the ice fishing competition. We set up this frozen lake and stocked it full of fish. Just let me know when you're ready to compete. Are you ready? Alright. I don't know why. I have read this dialogue for the fishing competition so many times. And this is the first time reading Are You Ready has triggered Big Comfy Couch theme song. See, at that point, that's not oddly, that's just suspicious. Like, what? Was he just looking for, you know, 3 more bodies at his disposal by any chance? Alright, everyone, let's begin this year's ice fishing competition. Contestants, your goal is to catch as many fish as you possibly can in 2 minutes using the provided fishing rods. You must catch your fish here from these holes in the ice. Well, is everyone ready? We're gonna share a spot with Willy. Is nobody having any luck at all? Oh. I heard their fish pop up, and for some reason it made me click. Oh well. With Luna and Molly, a clown and her dolly. I need to stop singing. I didn't realize how much that show, like, stuck in my brain. And also, I can't do clock stretches anymore. I've gotten too old to do them. Oh, wait, that's... yeah, that's way too much of a... I can't actually fish, I just have to tap the fishing button. We're probably not gonna win because we got kind of a slow start. I just love that the pig is in a little onesie snowsuit. All right, last chance. Some show about bananas? Look. This pig has on sunglasses, he has a fez on. He's wearing a little snowsuit. He doesn't have the souls of the damned trapped behind his eyes. This is the superior pig. QQ is cute and all, but this is the superior pig. See, me and Drew were actually talking about Angry Beavers earlier today, and he was like, I swear this show was a fever dream. Nobody else remembers it. And I was like, no, I remember Angry Beavers. Because he was trying to tell me about the episode. It was like a little side bit where Dag just starts like devouring a bag of chips so he can get the special one at the bottom of the bag. And he was like, Norbert didn't understand why he was like just chowing down. I was like, because that show took place back when they didn't care how much seasoning they put on chips. I remember, I'm pretty sure it was like a bag of Doritos or something. I found like a giant chunk of seasoning at the bottom of a Doritos bag, and I have lived every day of my life wishing for that moment again, because that was the greatest thing in the world for child me. It was just like a giant clump of Doritos seasoning. Now you're lucky to get chips that have any seasoning on them at all. Let's see. I know I watched shows like, Real Monsters, but I cannot for the life of me remember that one, so I feel like that one has to be a fever dream for me. Because I genuinely do not remember. Like, I remember that I watched it, but I don't remember it. If that makes any sense. Oh god, thinking about old shows I used to watch as a kid. Like, as a kid, watching Bear in the Big Blue House, I was chill with the bear sniffing me. But thinking back on it as an adult, and I'm just like, that's unbelievably creepy, right? Is it just me, or is that unbelievably creepy? Like, I know it's a bear and he's just supposed to be sniffing for me, but this is still creepy. But I used to be obsessed with Gullah Gullah Island. Freaking loved that frog. Or he was a pollywog, excuse me, but you know. See, they fought over a lot of things, because Dag and Norbert couldn't, like, get along. That was, like, the running joke of the show. They were constantly arguing about something. Oh, that's right, we were doing a fishing competition. Let's see. Wow, that's a lot of fish. Ugh, the smell. Now, for the winner of this year's ice fishing competition... Jojo with 6 big slimy fish. Cool beans, I didn't think we would win. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. That bear was... Little Bear was, like... amazingly wholesome. Dang. I haven't thought about Little Bear in a while. I also still remember, like, the Little Bear toothpaste commercial. It's just some kid, like, saying, "Little Bear, I've got your toothpaste." And I don't know why that's stuck in my brain. Actually, the reason it might be stuck in my brain is because my mom used to say it to our cat. I think the only reason she used to say it to her cat is because the cat's name was Lily. And usually her nickname ended up being Lily Bear. So instead of Little Bear, it was Lily Bear, I've got your toothpaste. Let's see. Here's your prize. Enjoy. 2,000 gold. Cool. See, same here, because sometimes I just couldn't get... Like, I've tried the 2 empty holes at the very top right. Sometimes I catch fish out of it. Sometimes I don't. So this time I was just like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go stand by Willy, because even if I lose, I fished by Willy, dang it. I can't believe I won. Well, time to head home. I can't believe I won, says the person who's got multiple, like, legendary fish caught on record. No, I can't believe I won at all. That's fine there. I'm gonna put these guys by the trees. There's no real rhyme or reason to where I'm putting them. Yeah, because the order's mixed up now. So I guess I could... No. You go, you go, you go. Now they're even. Now there is rhyme and reason. I'm gonna put this guy right there. I guess I could put one, like, right there. I don't know, that might be overkill. I'll have to make some more, like, torches to go in between buildings. Oh, the small building above the selling bin? This is, so this is your spouse area. And this is what Shane gets. He gets a little chicken coop. Some mornings, if he's not inside, he'll either be standing on the porch or he'll be over here holding one of his chickens. He's got one named Charlie that's his favorite. Like, I love Shane's character and I love his arc, but marrying us is the worst thing for him. Because, like, he still has dialogue only once we marry him, indicating that he is still drinking. It's only once we marry him that dialogue becomes available. Did you really walk all the way around so you wouldn't have to cross the path of the... Please don't be weird. Of the kid. I know he's weird and he's wearing a goblin mask, but dang it, he looks cute. He's the cutest little gobbo kid you've ever seen. You don't have to walk all the way around so you don't have to come in front of him. But yeah, marrying us is like the worst thing for Shane. To be honest. He's got a really good character arc. It's just... yeah. It's the worst thing for him to marry us. That's really all I can say. Because, like, I do like going through... like, on all of my playthroughs I've done in the past, I at least try to do up to 8 hearts on Shane. So that way he gets his little... he gets the help he needs. But then I never marry him, so that way he stays in a good place. Yeah, I know, and I hate that. So I might actually look up for, like, see if there's any mods that, like, change Shane's dialogue. Or not necessarily his dialogue, but... oh, no, it would be his dialogue, because it's literally just his dialogue that indicates that he might still be drinking. It's going on the list at the very least. Also, I'm super excited. Whenever we got to the store, they had their notebooks marked down to 25 cents. Although, I will say, whenever we got to the checkout, they were listed at 97 cents, so the girl asked me, I had 2 of them ring up already, I had 8 total. And she's like, how many do you have? I was like, 8. Well, actually, I was trying to count them, and she's like, you've got 8. I was like, okay, cool. Cool, you understand. How many have you rang up? 2. That one I knew the answer to. And she's like, you're good. Don't scan anymore. You're good. I was like, you are awesome. Because I got really excited. I always buy up some notebooks every time they go on sale. Because I've said it before, I have an issue with stationery. I can't stay away from it. I love stationery. Notebooks, notepads, pencils, pens, all that good stuff. 30's probably plenty. Wait, did that place? Okay, that place, I just can barely see it. With the snow effect and being behind a building and all. And there we go. Out of sight on all of those. Let's see, we can put one of these right there. Dino egg. I am so sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. Yeah, generally, you can dig them up. They're an artifact. So you can either dig them up randomly, you can get them in a fishing chest, or your best bet is once you have access to Skull Cavern, finding a Pepper Rex. Even better if you can find a Pepper Rex floor, because they'll sometimes just like have the eggs on the ground. Or if you find a Pepper Rex, it'll just be one of the possible drops you can get from slaying them. Okay, these guys. These guys are a little close together. Okay, I need more torches. Or not torches, but lights. Lampposts, that's what they're called. I will one day remember that that's what they're called. But yeah, I'm not sure what the percentage chance is of getting them through artifact spots and fishing spots. Or fishing chests. I know it's pretty low because people have a lot of issue finding that one sometimes. So your best bet is if you have Skull Cavern open, just like trying to find a Pepper Rex. I have another one over here. Nope, that's just floor. Good to know, because it's right here. Okay, that's just floor again. Okay, so I need 2 more to go in between those. And then we need a bunch of lampposts. Yeah, it's kind of similar situation to like the prismatic shard. Don't send it straight to the museum, even though it's an artifact. Try and hold on to it. Because once you have the one, you can put it in the incubator in your coop, and you get many, many more. Okay. Do we have the stuff to make more lampposts? Not of the iron lampposts, so we need iron bars. Do I have iron smelted? Or iron to smelt, rather. I do not, but we can remedy that. It's still early in the day, so we can just go to Clint's. I need 2 more of those for in between our keg sheds. And we should be good to go. There we go. I also just recommend putting them in the coop just because they're stinking cute. You get a little baby dino that walks around. I say baby, but you know, they make it smaller than the actual mob so that it fits in your coop. Oh, that's not the thing. There we go. But yeah, that's a good reminder too that you need to have an upgraded shed. Or, whoa. No, you need to have an upgraded coop. Now you can go in that stack, and I don't have to hear you saying I don't have enough. I guess while we're here, we could see what Sandy's got on sale too. Honestly, by the time we get through putting everything down and checking on Sandy's stock, stuff should be done. Honestly, might be done before I even get through putting it in. Especially since I keep having to backtrack. Sandy! Okay, so she's got a wearable shirt, wall cactus, and wall sconce. Nah, nothing I want. But we do have some battery packs ready to go, so we need to harvest those, because otherwise we're not making any lampposts. I can stop gathering up oak resin, because we have all of the kegs we're going to need. I could probably, honestly, get rid of these trees just in general. Make that a space that we could use for something else. You wouldn't be able to have them both in the same one, but you could have a dino-only coop and an ostrich-only barn. I definitely recommend ostriches as a valid source of income if you're willing to wait. And if you have auto-petters. Because they go for about 20,000 gold. You get your first one for free. All you gotta do is keep incubating them and make sure they're happy and reach 5 hearts. Also, their mayo is, not too bad, because one dino, whoa, no. One ostrich egg gives you 10, I think it's 10 mayos. Yeah, but it's a big bird. It's a very big bird. Like, ostriches in real life are literally dinosaurs. They're not as dinosaur as like a caraway, but they're literally dinosaurs. They big dudes. Alright, I honestly feel like we could probably just chill here until this little bit of iron is done. But at the same time, oh, I say at the same time, and then they start popping up. Which, actually, this is good timing, because we want it to be more or less dark by the time we start putting lights down again. Because then I can see where we're still needing light at. And as a matter of fact... Get those off of me for a second. Because that was an issue I was having last night, is I was putting off too much light of my own that I couldn't tell what needed to be lit. Yeah, the ostriches in-game are like the same. They're taller than us. Which, to be fair, yes. They are taller than us, generally speaking. This might be overkill now that I'm thinking about it. That's fine. Worst case scenario, we have way too many lampposts and I use them for later. Yeah, the iridium one, you might as well just sell the eggs, as far as I could tell. I didn't see much difference in the mayo. Actually, I do think I got some iridium mayos. I don't know, I haven't played around with the dino eggs in a hot minute. Also, right now we're just letting it get dark. So I can see where we still need lights at. I do know we were finishing up this path, though, so I guess I can finish that. In between every other mushroom tree. Come on, get closer. And then at the base of each of these trees. Oh, that one's slightly off. No biggie. And then... there we go. Okay, and I was thinking about putting in... some regular trees along this pathway. I need to check and see if we've got any of the seeds. Actually, you know what? real quick, while I'm over in this area, I'm gonna do an experiment, because I've got all the eggs in the chest, or in the auto grabber. Hey, Tyler. So we're just gonna grab one of each. We're gonna do an experiment. I do enjoy experiments, so we're gonna go regular, silver, gold, iridium. So regular, silver, gold, iridium. And I'll try and pay attention to that. That should be ready in the morning. It'll actually be ready before morning, but it's fine. I don't feel like hanging out. Okay. One in the corners. The center of their pen doesn't have to be lit up. That's fine. I would like for the center of that to be better lit up, but the torches would be way too obvious, and I don't want to put the lamppost down because I get hung up on enough stuff. I don't need to put more things in my way. Same thing like in the middle of the fields, but I guess it's not that big of a deal if there's some unlit space in the middle of the fields. No, yeah, no. Gold eggs, just toss them straight in the bin. It's not worth turning them into mayo. It's just not worth it. Alright, I definitely made too many lampposts, but that's fine. I think we've got things more or less lit up well enough. The spaces that aren't well lit, it's just gonna have to be okay. Because, like I said, torches would be too obvious through this little strip. And it's fine if the center of our crop field's not well lit. So we can get the rest of it done later. I completely forgot that I was going to look at seeds, though. I guess I didn't completely forgot if I'm doing it now, but where would I have them? Is the ultimate question. Okay, so I don't have, like, any mahogany or acorns. I've got some maple seeds and I've got some pine cones. But we need mahogany seeds and acorns. Which I know a way we can get acorns pretty easily. I did say I was done pretty much with the oak trees we've got over at the desert. We don't really need them anymore. Okay, we've got crystallariums today, and then we're free to do whatever. Although, I guess at some point we need to go over to Robin's and grab up those stones just so I can clear that job off. Like I said, we'll probably need stones at some point, so I might as well have them anyways. Especially if I want to do decorating. Chances are we're going to need them. Nothing down there is ready yet. Kent sent us a mega bomb. Thank you, thank you. Do I have my bombs in here? I do not. Where would I have put them? Oh god, where did I put all the bombs? Oh. Okay. Let's get these crystallariums out of the way so we can do other things. Oh yeah, that still works. Though, to be fair, we glitched that quite a while ago. Or a few months ago at the very least. So it might have been patched since then, but I don't think so. Funnily enough, still not enough iridium. Still nowhere near enough iridium. Something tells me fixing a duping statue is probably Concerned Ape's last concern at this moment in time. Dude's got a bunch on his plate right now. Though, to be fair, this is probably the only file I would ever use it on. I like to call this one my scummy corporate, or my scummy capitalist playthrough. So I'm cool with using whatever exploits I can. Mostly vanilla, but if I can find an exploit to use, I will use it. On this playthrough, at least. Nah, honestly, like I said, it's great for giving you, at least the number I have, anywhere from 40 to 60 pieces of iridium, which is very helpful, but I wouldn't say it's game-breaking. Like, it's no worse than spending a full day in Skull Cavern. It just frees you up to do other things instead. Unless you're, I don't know, crazy enough to try and do a bunch of crystallariums and need a whole bunch of iridium for some reason. And then you still probably have to go into Skull Cavern. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still working on Mobiles 1.5, Haunted Chocolatier, and every now and then he'll give us, like, a little snippet of the progress from Haunted Chocolatier on his YouTube page. Like, I think it was a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so now, he posted the boss music for a B-boss. It was actually pretty great, which I'm not surprised, because, like, Stardew Valley's got one of my favorite soundtracks of any game ever. I mean, no, honestly, it just, like, gives people access to an area early. It's not really that big a deal. Alright, last one. And then we can go check the results of our experiment real quick. wait, is he working on 1.16? Like, probably make things a little bit easier and cleaner for modders. Something like that. Alright, so base quality gives you 10 regular quality mayonnaise. Silver quality, 10 silver quality. Gold, same thing. And iridium, iridium quality. Cool. I still think I would rather not spend my time making mayo, but that's just me. Shoot. We need to get this stuff in the shipping bin and then go see Robin. I mean, to be fair, if that's the case, I wouldn't blame him. Because, like, anything else would probably just be, like, quality. And I imagine he wants to move on to this new game and not just be stuck with Stardew for the rest of his life. Alright. We need 1,000 stones, Robin. Oop. Thank you. That's like, I love Stardew, and I would still not want to be only have this game. Because there's a ton of other games that are just as good. Like, my time at Portia. They all produce 10 of the same quality equivalent to the quality of the egg they had. So the standard egg produced 10 standard mayo. The silver quality produced 10 silver quality mayo. The gold, 10 silver quality gold. And the iridium produced 10 iridium quality mayo. Alright, we've got Robin taken care of. We've got our kegs, what are they called? Crystallarium's done. Shoot, we might just go fishing and chill for a little bit. And I'm just gonna stick with basic bait. We'll go to... where else but the mountains? Now, to be fair, that was an experiment with the ostrich eggs, not the gold quality eggs. We could also do the gold quality eggs. I just have to let them stock back up a little bit because I'm currently out. I only have the one gold chicken. They're just in there doing their thing. I downsized all of my animals not too long ago. So it's just the one gold chicken. Then we've also got one little dino in there, and the rest is all bunnies. And then, of course, my ostrich, ostrich barn. That's the words. Yeah, dude's got a lot on his plate, and he's pretty much doing it all single-handed, so... I would have had a nervous breakdown by now. Mildly concerned that it's suspiciously quiet in the house. I'm just gonna assume that Tarkus, like, tired himself out, or he's been put back in puppy prison. Because dude has been on a rampage all day. Ooh. You better get to petting. Um, he is the epitome of a puppy. Absolutely adorable and an absolute terror. He is super duper sweet when he's sleepy, but every other time he is getting into things. Today he managed to get into... Okay, so there's these, like, microwave cookies in a cup things called... well, it's cookies in a cup, but it's from a brand called Birch Blenders, and they use uh, sweetener and almond flour instead of regular flour and sugar. He managed to eat one of those today. It was on a shelf that I didn't think he could reach, but apparently he can. This was like way earlier in the day. He is doing absolutely fine, but we are waiting for an explosion to hit eventually. But yeah, he's being a puppy, getting into all the things. Honestly, a lot of people don't understand how much work actually goes into making a game, let alone porting it to a completely new platform. Like, you have to completely rework the mechanics for it to even function. Oh, dude, his new favorite thing is dive bombing. So, I think it was last night he dive bombed. It might have been this morning. My timelines are backwards because I've slept. Actually, no, I haven't slept today. My brain doesn't work. We know this. Anyways, um, he likes to jump from the recliner onto his kennel and then onto other things. So, he has flung himself onto my face, trying to get to the cat, um, onto Athena's back, which he stood on for a few seconds before he finally jumped down. Don't know how I managed that one. And onto the cat. He is specifically throwing himself at Hector, who has been the most tolerant cat of all the cats. So, at least he knows not to mess with the ones that throw claws. Like Hector has popped him, but he's not used any claws when he does it. Hector is the most gentle cat in the house. He is a beagle puppy with a little bit of basset hound in him. Also known as a living stomach because they will eat anything and they will eat until they pop. According to, you know what, Mr. Fish, you go live your fishy life. I'm trying to talk. I'm just doing this to chill. I don't need any of your energy right now. But yeah, everybody I've talked to about beagles has told me that they are a living stomach. So, he has lived up to those expectations. He's constantly got something in his mouth that he's not supposed to. We've got like this bitter cherry spray that we spray on everything. And I know it's bitter because for some reason Drew decided to taste test it. It is bitter. The first taste test, he was like, "Oh, delicious cherries." The second taste test, the bitter finally hit him. It was the most hilarious thing in the world to me. They're like, "I know not to do that." Oh no. He gets the zoomies after he gets through chasing Hector around. So he just starts like slamming himself into the recliner. And at some points he'll like take off down the hallway and we hear him hit the baby gate because we've got a baby gate set up in front of our bedroom door because the cats like to hang out in the room. So, especially yes, you knew I was fixing to talk about you, huh? Blackie, also known as the old man cat. He's basically a hermit. He spends most of his time in the room. Early morning, like around sunrise, he'll hang out in the kitchen in our window. But majority of the time, he spends his time in the room. So we keep the door open so he can get in and out to go to the litter box, go get food, go get water, whatever he wants to do. If he just wants to walk down the hallway and meow for some reason, he and Tyler like doing that. So every now and then he'll do that. Sir, you are a fire hazard. Get out from under my desk. Oh. See, like I've said before, the only time I've ever had my nose busted is because I made the mistake of throwing Athena's ball while I was laying down, and all 50 pounds of her went down on my nose. Thankfully, did not break my nose, but that was the first time I've ever gotten a bloody nose that wasn't due to sinus problems. And she and Drew felt so bad about it. I was just like, huh. Well, this is interesting. There's copious amounts of blood coming out of my nose now. Weird. So at the time, I wasn't affected by it. Drew was freaking out. Athena was freaking out because Drew was freaking out. But now I can't have her stand over me because I get flashbacks to her falling on top of me. I'll just like instinctively roll away if she stands up near me. Which, you know, that might actually explain why. So I switched from sleeping with my pillow at the head of the bed, you know, like a normal person. I switched mine to the foot of the bed. I wonder if that has any connection to that incident. Oh, dang, my dude. Go get you some rest. It's only like 7:50 here. Thank you for hanging out, though. I'm here every night if you feel like coming back, but I understand it's time zone differences are a thing. I'm here every night and I ramble about whatever comes up. Unless I am, like, directed in a constructive direction. In which case, I'm gonna ramble in that direction for a little bit. Unless I'm playing House Flipper, because then I just kind of get too chill. Because, like, I was playing that earlier today, and Drew came back to the room to let me know that my mic was, like, way too low or I needed to readjust it or something because he couldn't hear me. And I was just like, I don't understand, because everything is set to a set volume. I don't change any of the volumes. Nothing is different. Am I just talking softer? And I think that's what it is, as I was just so chill playing House Flipper that I just stopped talking at a reasonable volume. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, speaking of Drew, if any of you guys are into TFT, Teamfight Tactics, feel free to check the description of this stream. There's a link to his channel. He's currently playing that. Although, this current set is tilting, according to him. I don't know enough about it to understand what's going on, but he was getting very frustrated the other day. Alright, I'm gonna leave the iridium alone, because I really don't need it. Oh, dude, nice. Now you can take people on dates. Or not necessarily dates, but, like, outings. Honestly, I don't know why I keep going down there, because I don't think anything will be ready until spring. But never hurts to check, I guess. You spent the morning repairing a few fences, huh? Shane, we only have 4 fences, and I just put them down less than a week ago. Or, it might be a week now. I don't remember what time at the last stream we did that. But thank you, Shane. When I stop and think about it, I'm in a good place. My life is pretty nice. See, I want more dialogue like this and less of him asking whether he should have cider or beer. Also wouldn't mind if he stopped wearing his Joja Mart hoodie, but I guess in this one it makes sense because Joja Mart is still here. Okay. Crystallariums first, then I'll worry about the kegs. See, I knew this was going to happen as soon as I started placing down lampposts. I'm going to start getting hung up on them again. Without fail. I get hung up on everything, though, so it's not really anything new. Oh, yeah, I feel like at some point I should take somebody to the movie theater. Because I hardly ever do it. Because you gotta, like, find a movie that's their preference and find a snack for them that's their preference. But I still think it's a nice little touch. I also think it's nice that you can take anybody to the theater, as long as they accept your ticket, obviously. Like, you could go to the movie theater with Willie, or with Linus, or with Granny Evelyn. I think the only criteria is you have to have a good friendship standing with them, but aside from that, you can take anybody to the movies. Except possibly your kiddos. I don't think you can take your kiddos to the movies, which is kinda sucky, I guess. Because it feels like kids are just an ornament here. But, I mean... to be fair, I hardly ever play with kids in my game. Oh no, it's even better. You can take Krobus to the movie theater, and he puts on a little trench coat so nobody knows he's a shadow person. He literally puts on a disguise so he can go to the theater with you. I don't know if you can take the dwarf. I haven't looked into that one. You know what I just realized? I've got my lists, right, for future playthroughs of Stardew, right? Do you know who I didn't write down? Did I write him down? Okay, never mind. I did write down Krobus. I just didn't think about him. I was thinking I didn't write him down. Because you can, like, have Krobus as your roommate. So I need to figure out a good playthrough involving Krobus, because I have never had Krobus as my roommate, and I would absolutely love that. I don't really know what would be a good fit for a playthrough for him. Because like I've said before, I kind of want to match the playthrough for the spouse we're marrying. So Perfection, we married Emily because, obviously, Emily is perfection. Our Joja run, we went with Shane. Everyone's favorite Joja employee. That isn't the red-headed cashier. I've got plans for a couple of people, but I just I don't know. I need to sit down and actually think about that at some point. Because like I said, we're kind of at the point where we're just kind of grinding up time until we get to 1 billion. Dude, I wasn't sure who I was going to marry in that playthrough, and then I went to the island and I met Leo, right? And I was like, immediately, this is my child, this is my son. Nothing can change my mind. And obviously, he is raised by parrots, according to him. And one of Emily's cutscenes involves the parrot. So I was like, it's meant to be. I found my son in this playthrough. I know who my wife is gonna be. Because like up until that point, I had no idea who I was going to go for. Although I will say some of her heart events are very flashy light. Probably not the greatest for everyone. I personally don't have like an issue with flashing lights, but I do have sort of sensitive eyes. So it's not the greatest thing. But the worst thing that happens is like my eyes hurt. That's fine. I can handle that. Okay. I'm gonna check on my gold chicken eggs and see if we have any more stockpiled. We have a gold one and an iridium one. So I'll go ahead and do a test with those two. I don't have a regular or a silver to test. But we've got iridium and gold, and we can check those in the morning. Wait, why did I pop back up to the top? We've got kegs to gather. Also, we need to go to the island. I need to gather up the fruit over there. I completely forgot about them. Something tells me that's not going to be enough. So we might have to switch to some pineapples, or I might have to run to the island real quick. We'll do all the ancient fruit we've got first. As long as we get something in these kegs before the end of the day, I'm fine. We might not make as much profit, but some is better than none. And it is winter. This is the lean season for us. But see, part of the reason I'm trying to, like, match up spouses to different challenges or different farm types is because I haven't married everyone. And I think it would be kind of fun to, like, give everybody a chance and marry them. Because I definitely have my favorites that I end up sticking with most of the time. Because, like, I've married Alex, I've married Harvey and Elliot. I'm pretty sure I had married Shane before this playthrough. Fairly sure I had. At the very least, I'd gone through his full heart events. I must have married him, because otherwise I can't think of a reason why I would want to only do his 8 heart dialogue and then stop. So I feel like he might have been one of the first ones I married. Like I said, I've been playing Stardew for a long time, so there's definitely some stuff that I have forgotten over time. As far as various playthroughs I've done. Yep, I'm gonna pop over to the island real quick and see if we have any ancient fruit ready to go there. Worst case scenario, we don't, and I just have to come back and fill everything up with pineapple. There have been worse things in the world. Okay, we have a full farm full. I'm just gonna do my rows of 3. We can come back tomorrow and get the other half. We'll probably have to, actually. now that I'm thinking about it. We would definitely have to, because we would need the other half to fill up tomorrow's half of kegs. Okay, it's only 5:30. We've got plenty of time. Okay, last little bit. We can get the rest later. Matter of fact, move those around a little bit. I see you blinking at me, Espresso. Did we get the second shed? Okay, we did get this one. Alright, none of these have lights in them yet, so it's gonna be a little dork. Just a little bit. I think we'll be okay. Hi, Hector. What you doing, sir? You just exploring? Okay. Okay, something tells me we're still probably gonna have to break out the pineapples. But that's okay, as long as the majority is full of ancient fruit, we'll be okay. Again, winter is our lean season, so there's not really much we can do about that. We'll try and stock up even more during spring. Well, I guess during all of next year. We've already got all of our seeds prepped and ready to go. I'll probably get around to prepping our fertilizer at some point. Because it might not be a bad idea to go for, like, trying to prep up all the deluxe fertilizer that we can. Because I would still want to use the deluxe fertilizer even on crop spaces that we don't have ancient fruit going into. Because I've currently got enough seeds prepped for all of the spaces except for the ones directly next to the keg the keg sheds to fill with ancient fruit. The other side, the section next to the keg sheds is just going to be whatever is seasonally available. So rhubarb, whoa, no, I can't word. Let me try this again. Rhubarb in spring, starfruit in summer, and probably pumpkins in fall just because I like pumpkins. I like the look of them. Alright, do I still have pineapples on me? Keybinds are backwards again. Actually, we ended up having a few extra ancient fruit left, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. Cool, never mind. I thought we still had one shed left, but apparently I wasn't paying attention, which doesn't sound like me at all, does it? Alright, we've got our last keg shed and our last crystallarium sheds tomorrow. Not too bad. Okay, so we'll do crystallariums first, then we can go to the island, harvest the rest of those ancient fruit. I am going to kick myself. I didn't fill up my keg shed last night because I'm a dingus who doesn't pay attention, but that's okay. We know these are facts. It'll be okay. So, what we're gonna do instead is I'm just gonna fill up both of them. And we'll just have to reset them next time. That's fine. We'll just have to reset them. So, I've already got a pineapple on me. What I might actually do is just fill up that one. I'm gonna leave the other one alone. It's fine. Alright. Crystallariums first, then we head to the island, grab our fruit. We've got to grab our pineapple today too, because I've already picked up the one from the indicator. Also, it is Friday, so if we have time, I might swing down to the Traveling Merchant's part just to see... Well, mainly just to see the pig, and also just to see what she's got. Now that we have more or less free time, kind of want to take advantage of it. We do need to swing into our ostrich room, or ostrich barn, and see what they've got going on as far as their hearts go, because I feel like one of them was pretty close to being ready to be sold. If not this week, then definitely next week. We might have a baby ostrich ready to go, so I can fill up the incubator. And then we need to check on that gold and iridium quality golden egg. Like I said, I love my experiments. They may not necessarily be the best experiments or done with the most scientific accuracy, just depending on what experiment it is. But I enjoy doing them. And as long as you're enjoying doing something and it doesn't hurt anybody, then keep doing it. That's a very broad and sweeping statement, so you know. Maybe don't take my advice on everything. This should be our first time harvesting all of these, since we got the last of the crystallariums put in this row as well. which means we should be completely done with our crystallarium sheds. We were pretty much just waiting on the last few to be filled up, and then for their first harvest. You know, I might get rid of our trees over at the quarry. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure we're done needing maple syrup or oak resin, so we could probably get rid of those guys and make use of that space for something else. At the very least, I could chop down those trees to get the seeds from them. I think the only one I wouldn't be able to get from them that we need is mahogany seeds, but we can just go to the secret woods for those guys. Because what I'm thinking about doing is, along the side of the path leading to our mushroom cave, running a row of regular trees in an alternating pattern, so tree 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, repeat. Just to try and change things up. Also, I think it'd be really pretty in fall. Especially once we have our mushroom trees back up and going. Because they're dormant for winter right now, but they look really cool the rest of the year. Okay, one more to go. Then we can do a little bit of everything. We've got to go to the island. We've got to go check on the animals. We've got to... Well, I guess the traveling merchant's not that big of a deal to go to, but I kind of want to because she's only around twice a week. I'm honestly really tempted to just not harvest our pineapples. But I will be good and harvest them. Oh, go ahead and pop those in there, because I don't really need them on me. We will get back around to filling up all of the garden pots at some point. Just not really high priority right now. But I'm thinking if we can move all of our regrow plants that we have currently at the house, just in the house, we could move them to the island. They would be perfectly fine, still available for us whenever we need one, if we need one. I could probably mix it up and throw in some other seeds. Because, like, I don't want it all to be pineapple. I did it first, but I think with the amount that we have, it's never going to be a situation where we're going to need more than what we have currently. So it might be fun to just, like, mix things up, add some variety. Even if we never touch the plant after we, you know, plant it, I think it'll be okay. Especially if it's something we already have, like, plenty of seeds for, like... I don't know, we've got a bunch of cactus seeds that we could throw in the house. I've got all the garden pots already lined up in the house, so... Although at this point I'm wondering if it would be even worth it to do that. Because we could instead, like, just actually decorate the house. The little island house we've got here. Because I've never gotten around to actually decorating it. And if need be, we could always plant some of those cactus seeds in the house. Here and at our actual house. Okay, it's almost... No, it's not even almost. It is 4. It is after 4. I think we'll be okay. Getting all the things done. So what I think we're going to do is gather these last few, pop back home, go see the traveling merchant, and then we can start on our kegs. Everything else can wait. Not the end of the world. Because I'm just curious and I want to pet the pig. I'm always curious as to what she has in stock. I do kind of wish that the pig kept their little snowsuit for more than just the Festival of Ice. Okay, nothing that we need, but it never hurts to double check. Especially because, like I said, I'm mainly curious. Alright, start at the top, work our way down. And I might just have to make it a thing where I just go and check our first half of the kegs. Or we resync them. One of the two will work. Since I messed up and didn't fill up the indicator. But that's not the first time it's happened. Won't be the last time, I can almost guarantee that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on, I've got some more ancient fruit in here. Dude, ours has a... Our cats have 2 gravity feeders that they use. One of them is their favorite. Oddly enough, it's like the cheaper, more garbage one that we bought when we first were looking into them. And then we found a better one at the pet food store. Or the pet store. So they actually act like they're going to die when that one empties out, and it's just like, guys, the other one is completely full. What are you on about? I know Blackie used to be like the world's worst about acting like it was the end of the world, he was going to starve to death, if he could see even the tiniest little glimpse of the bottom of his bowl. Alright, everything else is going to be pineapples because that's what I've got. I'm probably going to have to go grab some more pineapple, as a matter of fact. Again, not the end of the world. I kind of saw this happening throughout winter. See, I don't know if mine would be able to handle canned food. Because they've only ever eaten dry food, so I don't know how that would do on their stomachs. Honestly, these cats don't like anything except for their dry food half the time. Like, well, I say that. Blackie loves people food. Hector loves Taco Bell. Like, I'm talking full-on digging in the trash for wrappers loves Taco Bell. I don't know why. I'm guessing his previous owner gave him Taco Bell. Because we certainly haven't, because I've seen what that stuff does to my digestive tract. I don't want to see what it does to his. But Jojo couldn't care less about human food. Tyler acts like he wants it, but when you actually try to give it to him, he doesn't want it. Because, like, Athena sits and begs for, like, vegetables whenever we're cooking. Or for fruit. Like, she and Tarkus both got to eat some cantaloupe last night. And then she spent the entire rest of the time I was eating my slice staring up at me, and I'm like, no, this is my slice. You got your treat already. But whenever Athena starts begging for food, Tyler will act like he wants some. And it's just like, my dude, I know you're not going to eat this, but here you go. Oh, but yeah, we've tried giving them, like, treats and stuff in the past, and they just... And they liked canned food one time, and then because we were trying to give them, like, dewormer. They liked it up until we added the dewormer to it, and then I guess they sensed something was different, and they suddenly didn't want it anymore. He is obsessed with Taco Bell. Like, oh hey, we have a silver quality egg we can take out and test. Like, the number of times... At first, we were blaming Athena for it, right? Gold quality eggs, or gold quality mayo, and gold quality mayo. So, really... not worth it. I think price-wise, it's just better to just sell your golden eggs. But that was still a fun experiment anyways. Alright, you guys go up. Oh, but yeah, we blamed Athena so many times for Taco Bell wrappers being pulled out until we finally caught Hector doing it. Bruno's a hungry boy. He needs to eat. That's all. See, that's how Blackie is with people food. Like, it's not all people food. But, like, earlier this year, I think I just had, like, a bowl of ice cream. And all the other cats have no interest in ice cream, right? I'm guessing my mom used to share hers with him. Because that cat went absolutely ballistic once he realized what I had in my bowl. And I'm just like, dude, chill. You're you're not getting in my bowl. He was trying to get in my bowl to get to the ice cream. And I'm just like, no, it's not good for me. It's sure as hell not good for you. But he wanted some. That's, same thing with Slim Jims. That is one of the few people food. I'm being generous calling it people food. It is a processed meat stick, but I absolutely adore them. Athena loves them because I used to hide her antibiotics in them. Same thing with, like, Vienna sausages. I can't crack open a can of Viennese without her going crazy thinking it's for her. And I'm just like, no, this is a treat for me, not for you. Tyler likes them because he got into a package of them one time. I left them in reach of a cat, which is anywhere. I would say anywhere that's not, like, a closed door, but I regularly wake up to one of our cabinet doors open because somebody decided they needed to be in there. Alright, we don't really have anything going on today, so we might just fish. Oh wait, we need to check on our ostriches, that's right. Because we should have one ready today. But, Blackie, I'm pretty sure my mom... I'm almost 100% sure she used to share her Slim Jims with him. Okay, so that guy's not ready still, so he should be ready at the beginning of next stream. So I think we're just gonna go fishing. But anyways, point is to say, Athena, Tyler, and Blackie all frickin' adore Slim Jim. Definitely not the best thing for them. And also, I want to keep my snacks for myself. So they don't get to have it very often, but every now and then they do manage to wear me down. And they get, like, the tiniest little piece of it, because, like, that's a lot of salt for a little creature. It's a lot of salt for me. Yeah, it's adorable at first until they become, like, possessed little demons with it. Because, like, there's a lot of things that I think is really cute with, like, some of the behaviors of our animals, but if you don't snip it in the bud, it could become a problem in the future. And, like, not quite the same thing, but Tarkus decided to try and sit on my shoulder earlier today. And I was like, no, we're gonna not do that. Because there is a very good chance the weight range for a beagle is 30 to 60 pounds. It's gonna be my luck that he's gonna develop a habit of sitting on my shoulder or chest, and he's gonna be on the 60-pound range. For reference, Athena is... You know what, Mr. Fish? You go live your fishy life. I'm having a story time. Athena's 50 pounds, and she managed to almost break my nose. I don't want to see what a 60-pound beagle will do trying to sit on my chest. You know, if you're gonna bring all that energy, you go do your thing. So while it was cute that he was being a pirate puppy, we're just gonna snip that behavior in the bud really quick. That's also one of the things that kind of concerns me about him playing with Hector. Because he's not playing gently, he's a puppy, very obviously playing like a puppy do. But I don't want him to develop a habit of dive bombing off of the chair onto Hector. And I've talked about it with Drew, and he's like, it's hilarious. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not going to be hilarious when he gets older and heavier and bigger, just in general, and he jumps on Hector. Like, I really don't want to have to take Hector to the vet and tell the vet the reason his spine is broken is because the dog jumped on him. You know? Also, just imagine, it can't be too fun, even with his current size. I don't know how much he weighs, because we did have to put his previous vet trip on hold. We just combined it with his neutering trip. But, so we haven't had a chance to get his weight in. But he's not light. And Hector may be our biggest cat, but he's still, you know, a delicate creature that does not need another living creature thrown on him. Oh yeah. Because, like, I could definitely see the behavior becoming an issue in the future. Like, there's some stuff that we did with Athena that is an issue currently. Like, mostly minor things, like her wanting to be in the blankets. We let her sleep in the blankets when she was a puppy after she figured out potty training and all that stuff. And, you know, now you might get hit in the side of the head with one of her arms as she is gesturing for you to let her into the blanket, but you're asleep, and she doesn't understand that. She thinks you're just ignoring her. So she's just pawing at the blanket, trying to get into it. Ranging to things like her sitting on the back of the recliner to stare out the window. Which, that in itself is not an issue unless you are sitting in the recliner, and then she tries to climb over you to get onto or off of the top of the recliner. Because again, she is 50 pounds. Which may not sound like much, except for, you know, the fact that she's all bony legs. Like, she is a barrel dog with bony legs. Like, I literally refer to her legs as stick legs. They're very, very hard stick legs. And they hurt. Or just, we used to think it was really cute when she was a puppy and she would use her paws like hands to grab at her ball from us. Well, the multitude of scratches I've gotten over my arms in the past has taught me that that's not so cute anymore. Now that she's bigger and she doesn't have little puppy claws, she has full-grown talons now. So, you know, not that fun. So I'm trying to stay on top of some of the behavior stuff to keep it from being an issue in the future. It's just, he doesn't pay attention. He just doesn't. He's a puppy. He has a one-track mind. He is slowly comprehending sit, though. Slowly but surely. He is understanding sit. I don't know if he fully grasps the mechanics of it. I think he just associates that word with food now, or with treats. But I mean, if it works, it works. That's how we had to do it with Athena, was just like, bribe her with food. And now you know what, Mr. Fish, I'm talking. I don't want to deal with your energy right now. And now she'll sit even if it's no treat involved. Although, to be fair, sometimes the treat involved is actually her ball, or whatever toy she's playing with at the time. Because I've gotten into a habit of I won't throw her toy for her unless she sits. Because she is a dirty, dirty cheater who will try and get a head start. And I'm just like, Athena, I can't throw like Daddy can. I've got to use whatever tactic I can to keep you from immediately grabbing the ball. Although she is very good at catching the ball too, so sometimes we do that, but that doesn't satisfy her for long. She prefers to run after it, and if she's getting a head start, I can't throw it that far. So she's got to sit before I throw it. Like, there's stuff with the cats that I wish we had nipped in the bud. The only ones we really have any control over are Jojo and Tyler. Hector and Blackie were both pretty much fully grown cats with their own behaviors and mannerisms by the time we got them. So, I mean, there's nothing we could do with that. But I really wish I had discouraged Tyler from using his paws to get my attention, because my legs are covered in scratches from him just, like, putting a claw in my leg while I'm talking, just, like, while I'm paying attention to anything that isn't him. I don't know why all the other fish I said, no, go live your fishy business, but this one I'm like, no, I want you. Oh well. But yeah, you gotta stay on top of things. It doesn't help that I think in, like, worst case scenario. So all behavior, I think of, like, the worst way that could be applied. Because, like, him and Hector playing is cute. But Hector is significantly older than him, will continue to be older than him. You know what, Mr. Fish, I'm talking... The last one I wanted, I don't want you. See, I really don't have that much of a problem with black food coloring. I always think it's funny, um, whenever the inside of my mouth has died from food coloring. But I am on the fence about cake batter because I've tried so many cake batter things, including a cake batter flavored seltzer, that it has just made me wary of all things cake batter flavored. Because it always ends up tasting like way too sickeningly sweet and also nowhere near like cake. I mean, to be fair, if it's ice cream, I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm more than likely going to end up having to drink some Pepto anyways, and the bismuth is gonna do that to me anyways. So I mean, TMI, but halfway there already. At least this way I can tell myself it's the food coloring and not the Pepto. No, Mr. Fish. No. None of that energy. Also, I absolutely adore this shirt we found at Sandy's. I had never seen this shirt in-game until we saw it there. And it's so stinking cute. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Poke Mouse. But I'm not 100% sure. Pretty sure, but not 100%. See, I've had too many cake batter flavored things. Like, the one that really turned me off of wanting to have anything else cake batter flavored was the seltzer, to be fair. And I ended up drinking way more of them than I would like to admit, because, we had those at the liquor store I was working at, and the salesman managed to convince my boss to take them on for a good deal, yada yada yada. The problem is, we were the small store. We got the old-timers that stuck with what they knew, what they liked, and they weren't changing things. So they sat there, and they sat there, and they sat there until finally boss put them on sale for a ridiculously good price. And it just so happens that one of the ones that we had the most of was the cake batter flavor. So Drew and I ended up buying a bunch of them because, I mean, they were a really good deal. Honestly, it wasn't terrible when you poured like Dr. Pepper or something in there with it. I know it sounds gross, but the Dr. Pepper tamped down some of the sweetness. It's just straight up, they were not the greatest. But I think they were like on sale or at their final sale price, they were like $1.99 for, I think they were 24 ounces. So I mean, you really can't beat that. And I tried so hard to sell those guys too, because like the other flavors were decent. They had like a unicorn flavor. Um, they had a cotton candy one that was really good. They had a whipped cream one that was especially good if you mixed it with Coke or Dr. Pepper. It was just like vanilla Coke or Dr. Pepper. And I tried so hard to sell them, but again, we just had the old timers who wanted to stick with their same old 30-pack or 6-pack. They didn't want to change it up. Every now and then we would have like a reunion or a wedding or something come through town or in the nearby area, and for some reason Google only showed the old store and not our new one. Because I had... It was really funny too, because if they were coming from town, like the main town nearby, they had to pass by the new store in order to get to the old store. So I would have people come in looking for something, because we only stocked certain things. Because again, small store. I would have people come in looking for something, and I'd be like, oh, they have that down at the news store. And they'd be like, news store? This is the only one Google told us about. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. It's about 10 minutes straight back the way you came. They're like, I didn't see anything. I'm like, it looks like a giant warehouse in the middle of nowhere. There is an LED sign out front. That's about your only indication. Um, it'll probably be the parking lot that is full of vehicles. Because dry township, wet county. Everybody came there. Oh, but yeah, before I told them about the news store, I would try and upsell them. Very few people took the bait on it, though. Which, again, it was a shame because they were really good. Aside from the cake batter flavor, they were good. They were like 8% alcohol. So you were getting... Because they were only like $3 when they weren't on sale. And I'm pretty sure that's me rounding up. For a 24-ouncer. So that's a really good deal according to our store's prices because they had a huge markup on everything. Because again, only competition in town was the dad's store, which is the new store. And the next nearest location you could buy from was the next town over, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away. So they knew they had the market cornered. So price gouging out the roof, but so even by our standards, that was a really good deal. Plus, they were seltzer, which means no sugar. Generally speaking, means no sugar. Most seltzers don't have sugar in them. I should clarify, most seltzers don't have sugar. There might be some on the market now, but when they were first coming out, seltzers were a no sugar thing. But I've also not worked there in over a year. Yeah, over a year now. Year and a half. And I don't drink, really, so I don't keep up with that stuff. Okay. I think we're going to go pop these in the shipping bin. You know, I didn't realize how well lit our... I didn't realize how well lit our farm was. Because, yeah. I thought something messed up for a second there. But no, it is in fact still nighttime. Nothing is wrong. Everything is just very well lit. Get some of this stuff out of my inventory. And honestly, I think we might go ahead and head to bed. Call this one here. Not a whole lot, but considering it was just some idle fishing while I randomly... Or, not randomly. While I rambled about different things. Not too bad. Let's see what our final total is for the week. So if I'm not mistaken, we were at 123 million at the beginning of the week, more or less. And we are currently at 131 million, so we are definitely going to be gaining our money significantly quicker than we were beforehand because we're not spending our money on resources such as, well, we did spend some on this week, but that's because I was making iron lampposts and I needed iron ore, and then we did the stone thing, but you know, point is we shouldn't have to do that in the future unless we just decide to. So the money's going to start coming in even quicker. We might find more random things to get into, such as lighting up the whole town or decorating. We definitely want to still plant some stuff at the island, but we can get into all that later. At some point, though, we're going to run out of stuff to do, and we're probably going to have to switch to just sleeping, gathering stuff, until it is finally at 1 billion. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this time. Like I said earlier, I only ate half of my dinner, so I'm going to go eat the other half of it, and possibly pass the fuck out, because I have been awake for far too long today, dealing with a very, very energetic puppy. I need some sleep. I used to be able to function on very little sleep. I cannot anymore. I need plenty of sleep nowadays. I say that. I can still, like, get 3 hours of sleep and then still be up all day. It's just, you know, my brain might not be quite there with me. But either way, I stream every day from 6 p.m. Central Standard Time until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Give or take, I was late today, and on Stardew, we more or less just stick with the 1 week in game. So sometimes it'll be longer, sometimes it'll be shorter, just depending on what we're doing, and also how human I am that day, if I am running late, or if I decide to stay over. Just really depends. But generally speaking, 6 to 9 is the time frame. We are currently alternating between Stardew Valley and My Time at Portia. We will be playing My Time at Portia tomorrow night. We're going to finally start moving ahead with some of the story things. We're going to go ahead and finish doing the DD stop. I think it's time. There's just only so many resources we can gather without expanding the story further. And I'll be honest, I'm fixing to have to, if I want to do any more streaming or any more playing that game in my free time, I'm fixing to have to start up a 4th save file that isn't the stream file, because I've already caught up to where we are in this game. And I'm trying not to go further than what we've done on stream, because again, I want it to be brand new to me. But yeah, I've got to go forward with it. We finally got the cooking set and the blender last time, so I think we're ready to go ahead and get some stuff taken care of, move forward, and just see what Portia has to offer for us. So we'll be doing the DD stops tomorrow, and then whatever else comes into play after that. Hi, Jojo. Ma'am, are you trying to make a jump? Oh, she's gonna try and jump from the dryer onto the bed. Let's see if she can do it. It's about a 4 feet gap. 4 foot gap. Oh, did she give up? You can do it, Jojo. Come on, you can do it, Johnny. No, she gave up. Okay. In the description, there is a link to my fiance, Shiny Haunter, who also streams every night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. He is currently alternating between TFT and Fallout 4. He's doing TFT tonight, so he'll be doing Fallout 4 tomorrow night. Generally speaking, I end up, whenever I finish streaming, if he's still streaming, I will hop into his chat. Well, I'll hop into Lurk in his stream. Not so much with TFT, but definitely with Fallout 4, because he's been playing this game since we started dating, so it's one of those things that just is a part of our life now. So yeah, I think he's pretty fun. Feel free to go check that out for yourself. I am a biased party, so make your own decisions, be your own person, all that good shit. I'm not your mom. Make your own mind up. On Sundays, we do a special stream from 12 p.m. Central Standard Time until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we were playing House Flipper. I did miss the last 2 Sundays, not including today. I did today's stream. Woot woot. Due to family and health things, but generally speaking, I'm here every Sunday, just chilling out. It's a much calmer, quieter... honestly, if I get any calmer or quieter with gaming, I'll probably be comatose, but it's a much chiller stream than usual. Like I said earlier, Drew had to come in at one point to tell me that my volume was way too low, and I'm just like, I think it's just me, because nothing else has changed. I think I just instinctively get quieter when I'm playing that game because it's very calming. You're literally just fixing up a house, doing odd jobs for people, all that good stuff. Today we did some work on our current office, a little bit of the gardening for our old office, and some of the luxury DLC stuff. Next time we'll be doing a little bit more of the garden at our old office, some of the HGTV DLC stuff, and we're either going to work on one of the houses we currently own or purchase another one because we do have about $200,000 in that game. So we might look into buying another house. Just something to keep it fresh. I do want to change things up because otherwise I might be likely to fall back in my same old routines. And part of what I wanted to do with this playthrough was kind of step out of my comfort zone, and I did notice when we were doing our newest office that I was kind of getting back into my comfort zone, and I want to nip that in the bud, try and change things up, mix things up, have fun with it, and just not get in the same old designing style that I always go for because my houses end up looking very monotonous. But anyways, I'm gonna go get the rest of my food. Possibly, I don't know. The current plan is to go get the rest of my food. We'll see if I get sidetracked on the way there. And then go to sleep. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And until next time, bye-bye.